Hello and welcome back to Jack Knives Reviews. I'm of course your host, Jack Knives, and welcome back to Game Month. Today I'm going to review something based off of one of my favorite childhood video games, Twisted Metal. After the world has become a lawless post-apocalyptic nightmare full of blood and steel, a man named John Doe, who has no memories of his past, is forced to team up with a woman named Quiet to deliver a package that may be the key to his own past as well as his future. Together they have to travel to deliver this package, all in his armored, custom-made car, being chased by marauders, corrupt police officers, and a masked clown serial killer in an ice cream truck. When I first saw bits of this, I kind of was like, okay, obviously they have, some affinity for the game. I mean, it looks cursory like the game, and it does feel like, they have to fill in a narrative because there are story elements in the Twisted Metal universe you could use. But wow, was I blown away with how many hidden details were in this series. Like, holy crap. Like, oh my god. The thing about the Twisted Metal games themselves is they are the antithesis of dark, crazy chaos. Like, incarnate. It is the most chaotic racing game ever. And that's what makes it so fun. It was the first game to take this concept of like combat and cars, but then it just got crazier and crazier and crazier. I mean, literally, like the most iconic character, Sweet Tooth, is literally a clown with a flaming skull. Like, what? It's crazy how wild and yet so fun those are. And I thought, how could you possibly make this into a series? And when I first heard about it coming to a series, I was like, okay, I guess. But no, I was wholly surprised. I had a blast watching this, but it didn't focus on the tournament of Twisted Metal. It kind of was building to it. And I was kind of curious to see like where it was going to go. I was like, are they just going to scrap the whole tournament altogether? Are they just going to forget about the tournament? Because the whole point of the games of Twisted Metal are these characters are fighting each other to the death for the promise from Calypso to literally give them anything they want. There's always a monkey's paw element to it, but for the gist of it, that's pretty much every game is like that. Anthony Mackie plays John Doe, as many of you may know from the video games if you played them. But his character here is a lot more smart mouth. It's fine. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Anthony Mackie, to be honest. Although his role in Falcon and Winter Soldier really did win me over because I thought he did a really good job in that. But in here, he's fine. He's kind of reminds me a lot of early 90s Will Smith. If you kind of were into that thing, you'll kind of dig his role in it. Stephanie Beatrice plays Quiet, which is kind of ironic for her character's name, considering she's kind of talks a lot, but she's tolerable. But the one who steals the show is Samoa Joe. The wrestler Samoa Joe plays Sweet Tooth, and you can tell he had a blast playing this. I mean, like, holy crap, like, he is so funny. Like, you could tell he is just like loving this. And I'm sure he probably loved playing the video games back in the day. He had to have grown up around the same age as me, so he had to have played those games growing up. And I'm sure he loved those games. From all accounts, it seems like this is a series for fun. It is just for fun, and they don't want you to take it too seriously, too literally. Again, like, you're kind of like, want to see where it goes, but there's just enough chaos to keep you invested. It's very much like hypercentric on the physical things in front of you enough to keep interest. So it's so fun to see. And if you're a hardcore Twisted Metal fan, it makes it even better because then you get to see all the Easter eggs. I think there was like a 40 or 50 minute video I saw online that just had all of the Easter eggs, and I'm like, what the hell? I mean, like, everything from like for example, there's a part that I believe that one of the cheat codes in one of the games that gave you I believe, invincibility or something. John Doe, I think, actually does that code into like a keypad, and it like unlocks something in his car or something like that. It was like there was so much chaos, but just enough to kind of keep the flow of the narrative going and kind of just keep you invested. It was just pure fun chaos. But I could also understand if some people may not like that. I thought it was just hilarious. I thought it was fun and goofy and wild. It was just crazy enough to work. And it did lead into a hopefully second season where the Twisted Metal tournament begins. And I hope they do that. Although I do kind of hate when series do that. Like they did that with the new Mortal Kombat where it leads into the Mortal Kombat tournament. I'm like, but that's the whole point of the game. But you know what? It was just fun and I didn't regret watching it. And I thought it was a blast. Pun intended. I give Twisted Metal 4 out of 5. Have you seen Twisted Metal? Let me know in the comments down below. Keep enjoying Game Month, and I'll see you next time.